All right, rock stars, here we go, talking about how to maximize your cardio during your summer training. I see so many people just go for long distance runs, and I see the other extreme of people just go for their sprints, right? How do I start tying this together so I get the best of all worlds and I maximize my time that I have and I put it into cardio so that when I come back in the fall season for that sport, for the next level of competition, you guys are gonna be at your peak with your cardio. So let's break it down a little bit. We're gonna go through our endurance phase, we're gonna go through our power phase and our speed phase. And all of you guys that wanna get faster this summer, I'm gonna blow your mind when it comes to speed with this number 3. So stick around, here we go. All right, guys, so here we go, talking about long, slow distance. So whenever I start talking about long, slow distance, everyone thinks I gotta go run 10 miles. No, that's not the case. I have to think more about a time constraint of what I've got. So if I've got 20 minutes, I wanna spend 20 minutes working in a threshold level. And what this does is it allows my body to learn how to start breaking down body fat and using it as an energy source. So the long, slow distance, I also get recruitment of my lung volume. So yes, I might hit a fast sprint, but that's not gonna require a lot of oxygen, right? So if I go longer, slower distance, it requires my lungs and my respiratory system to move air in an efficient manner. So I'm gonna start to recruit more of my alveoli in my lungs to give me more surface area in contact with air, which overall increases my cardio output, right? So the physiology of this says if I've got 20 minutes, I wanna hold it at a little bit higher sustained level for a longer duration of time, because now again my body gets used to how to break down fat stores. It gets used to using, uptaking, and transporting air through the bloodstream to get me function through my body. So that's how we start leveraging long, slow distance workouts to give us that next level. From there, we start going into our power phase. So for our power phase, we're gonna jump over here. This would be a great example of doing sled work, right? Going to the stairs, doing bleacher sprints up. So any sort of resisted movement, putting a parachute on, and I'm sprinting across the turf, I'm sprinting across the field. If I've got any sort of resistance, that means that I have to be creating power against it through those motions, right? A couple things that I see people not focus on is the stride phase of the power creation, right? It's easy if I take a sled and I'm just doing these little pushes with my calves. That's not a hard thing to do. If you want to build up power and actually more speed later on, you need to work on longer stride drives through it. So with your parachutes on, start actually really striding through and learning that end push of the motion, because that's where I'm going to start to get a lot of power development, versus here is just more endurance through the legs and the calf muscles, right? So keep creating more power by striding. Even with your sled pushes, really work on driving big strides through the sleds and not just running your way across the turf. So that's how I'm going to start to maximize my power phase. Any sort of resisted movement or where I have to actually work by doing hill sprints is more of a power phase. So spend some time doing your power, spend some time doing your long, slow distance. Our last one, the speed one. This is where things really get fun. So many people just go and hit sprints, right? Hey, let's go hit some 100s, let's go hit some 50s, let's go hit some speed work with some tires, some bands, some hurdles. All of that is great, but at the end of the day, you have to learn how to recruit your muscles faster, right? If I just say, hey, I want to bench more. If I want to bench more, I have to lift more. It's easy, right? If I want to run faster, I have to learn how to recruit my muscles and nerves faster to give me a higher output of speed. So ways to do this. We just talked about resisted with our power. Now we're going to go into assisted. So if I take bands that are attached here to the wall and I back up, now as I go forward towards the bands, right, I'm doing resistance here. Then I can be hitting sprints this way, which would be my assistance. I want you guys to think to an example, right? Running up a hill is pretty hard. That's where I'm working on my power. If I turn around and I actually run down the hill, right? You know the last time you ran down a hill. You feel like you're an awkward guy because you don't know how to recruit. It feels like you're going faster than what your body knows how to do. That is exactly what speed training should be. If you want to learn how to go faster, you have to learn how to fire your nerves faster, recruit your muscles faster, and do it at a speed that is just within or just without of your reach, so that you can learn how to go faster, right? So use the assisted techniques, running down a gradual hill, using bands, have a guy take off, and now you're doing chasers, going to catch him, but he's pulling you through that initial phase so that your body learns how to recruit faster than it's ever done before. If you want to work on speed work with your feet, put bands on your feet, and again, if a band was pulling back this way, I can learn how to move my foot faster this way because the band is pulling it back and forth faster than I can just move it on my own. So that's how we break down our speed work. Between the long, slow distance, throwing in some power work, and putting in the next level speed, aka assisted movement, your guys' cardio is gonna be to the peak during the fall season. So again, you're gonna have a cardio base here, you're gonna have more power than you know what to do with, and your speed is gonna be topped out. Guys, get after this. If you guys need more work, download the guide, get after this summer, and I'm willing to see the results at the end. Later.